Let me walk you through some best examples in this chart. The first one, cheapest, and you see some pretty familiar names up there and growing names: Walmart, Costco, the dollar stores. You've talked a lot about Walmart. I'll talk a little bit more about them. This is a company that is dedicated to continuous improvement. They get better. They get better all the time, and that's scary. So they're a learning organization. I think they learn and they copy and they adapt. Who are the CPGs and the suppliers creating new product for? It's coming into Walmart. We're seeing product sizes, product types, really being driven by the mass and value market. I learned something today. Small Mart. We write up here 39 and 99, the magic numbers. 39,000 square feet, the size of a Walmart neighborhood market. How do you squeeze into tight spaces that they can't get to? 99,000 square feet, the size of a Walmart supercenter that's going into metro markets. Clever company. You say you can't build stores over 100,000 square feet? Great, we'll build 199,999. They'll figure it out. Neighborhood market. This is about the fourth iteration of this prototype, and we went to the first one and said this is no good. We went to the second one and says no, they don't have it. Went to the third one and says getting kind of interesting. Went to these stores, which you're competing against now in Houston and Dallas and some other markets, and said, pretty good. Pretty good. They're getting it. They get better. They learn. In the miracle of Walmart, they reduce costs and they improve what they're doing. They're a tough competitor. I'm here to say on Walmart, though, for as much as we put the numbers on growth and the amazing machine they have, I'm here to say that I think Walmart's at the inflection point. And I go into Walmart stores all the time, and I think the experience that they're giving customers, the easiest, if you will, is falling so low. And we'll talk later about greens fees. They're flirting with greens fees, frankly, in the way they're treating their customers, and the clutter in their stores, and the chaos and disorganization in the stores, and the labor hours in the stores, in the way they're treating their employees, and the way they're being perceived by communities. Yes, they're a machine. Yes, they're going to grow a lot, but big is every company who's been big has gotten a little smaller in time, and it is not just simply being big doesn't mean a thing to customers who are going into a particular store at a particular day. I think Walmart's vulnerable. I think it's vulnerable to you. I think it's vulnerable to your strategy that you have. So they're impressive, and we could talk all day about the numbers and statistics, but what we care about is what are the customers' experience when they come to a store. And if the customer experience in a Walmart starts to dip below greens fees and what they're willing to accept, it doesn't matter how low priced they are. And you can go a long way if you can mitigate that price and take away that amazing advantage I think they have today and make it less so. This is going to be a very vulnerable chain because they don't have a lot else going for them. So, yeah, they're great, but by God, they're not the end of the world. Low prices, low costs. Part of being this est is you have to have the efficiencies to go with it. So we always talk about the Siamese twin of low prices as having low costs and efficiency built into it. Costco, a retailer that we love. I always show this slide and breaking the paradigm of product and environment. And you think about this little, Vinter in Napa Valley who's lovingly, crushing these grapes, one by one. And do you think they ever thought about their product being sold in a warehouse environment with 40 feet high pallet racks all around it? Yet this is the largest retailer of wine in the world. Breaking the paradigm, product and environment. Costco has shown that customers will take great product, but they'll take it in a different kind of environments. Here it is in wine. Here it is at Levi's jeans for $16.99. Get me a great brand at $16.99. I can deal with the fact that they're stacked out this way. So Costco's an amazing retailer. And they're an amazing retailer because they mirror low prices, low cost with being a great merchant. And one of our aspirations for you as a company, and as you outlined, is being easiest requires being a great merchant. It really does. And supermarket companies, and I only give like another half hour left in the speech so you can fire me afterwards. Supermarkets have been about, we'll get on our pedestal for a second, we've been about procurement. We've been about efficiency. But have we really been about being great merchants and having great products in the stores and the commitment to that? And I was thrilled going through your stores today to see that starting to come in, to see great products come in, to come into the bakeries, to see Boar's Head in the deli, to see your own brands, Essentia, come in and really try to be the best. It's going to be a critical part of the strategy for the future.